my Blazing Knights? It's me, Blazeix, and welcome back to Blazeix Reacts. Today, we're gonna be reacting to Robbing My Teacher 137 Times. Now, we are continuing off with some animation channels that I have enjoyed. I actually reacted to some that I've never heard of, but these are ones, these next few reactions, these are gonna be ones that I have constantly watched, but I just need to show you guys because honestly, these channels are fun. So today, we'll be reacting to one of Stanley Animations' videos. And honestly, I am super excited because him along with the next two reactions, they have always put a smile on my face. Each of their videos, I am in a bad mood. I watch one of their videos, and I'm instantly in a good mood. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Want to go check out Stanley Animations' channel? The link will be down below. Want to go check out the original videos up above? I could go check it out. Let's jump right in. Without further ado, Blazeix Reacts, let's put it into action.
Then from the crack of the open door, we hear footsteps running towards our class.
Now that's a fire beating right there.
This is 50 pounds of sand. This is another 150 pounds of sand. That is 200 pounds of sand that I will be using to turn my room into a beach on twitch.com/Stanley Animations. Because for the next 7 days, I'll literally be doing everything and anything within my power to be as entertaining as possible.
You about to turn your room into a beach?
As soon as this video is done, I'll be live on twitch.com/Stanley Animations. Okay, bye. Enjoy the video. Bye. I'm sorry. I stole from my teacher every day for 137 days, and what happened at the end of this video ended up changing my life for the next 10 years.
How do you do something like this?
Coincidence or some random targeting that I was doing. This was a planned heist with emotional meaning behind it. I had a vendetta. I had an MO. I had a reason as to why I wanted to rob my teacher, Mrs. Adams, 137 times. But robbing someone that many times does not only take a unique level of hating, it also takes an elite level of planning. And I would need a team of people around me who equally hated Mrs. Adams like I did. So that was the first major hurdle. And y'all are probably wondering, Stanley, why do you hate this teacher so much? What could she possibly
I love it, our style.
To literally make you be well, Mrs. Adams is actually the same teacher from the She Ruined My School Life video. The same teacher that helped a student steal my test from me. And I'm not saying she hates black people. I'm just saying I've never heard her say BLM. And frankly, that's all I need. So after she gave my property to an unmelanated woman like Black Wall Street, I knew for a fact that it would be the last day where I was a victim to the system. I was on my way to leading a revolution in our classroom. Because it was time to round up the boys. I go and I recruit my homie Trey and my homie Parker. Trey was black, Parker was light-skinned. That's not really important. It's just if anyone had a high chance of compromising this mission, it was Parker because he frankly already plays for both sides. So I gathered them up and I'm explaining to them on like a lunch table with paper and drawings on how this whole thing is going down. Mrs. Adams has a room in the classroom. It's like this long storage office that was shared between two classrooms. And towards the back of the room, there's a shelf full of everything teachers use for day-to-day lessons. Geometry, shapes, calculators, rulers, pencils, protractors. But that's not what we're there for. Towards the back, there's a table. And under the table, Mrs. Adams has a fat stash of every candy you could possibly imagine sitting in a container for when kids get 100% A's on tests, quizzes, or homework. So our goal was to continuously steal it without Mrs. Adams knowing we were taking the candy right from under her nose. But that type of needs a high level of organization, a high level of precision, because this isn't just a one and done mission. This isn't a pickup basketball game. It's the big league. So So I start handing out roles. Parker, codename Half and Half. He's the informant. He does all the floor work. His job is to keep Mrs. Adams happy and to keep her off of our trail. Trey, his codename was Big Trey. I know it's not that discreet, but it's bold. I like it. His job was dirty work. He opens the door to the room. He keeps track of who's walking by. If there's a problem, he solves it. And if there's a trespasser, he solves it. JK. And then there's me, Stanley. Codename Pack It Up. Not because it's a good codename, but if anybody was calling my name for any reason anyways, it would be to pack up everything and get out of the building. My job is simple, okay? I go in her office, I stuff my pockets with candy, and after school, when the coast is clear, I split up the candy 20, 20, and 60. I get a bigger cut because it's my plan and I'm in the hot seat. Plus, if anything goes south, I know they gonna fold. Them boys about as solid as a long distance relationship. So the next day, we actuate the plan, and the plan goes like this. Our classroom had lunch at 12:30. Before we go to lunch, we all had to line up in a single file line, and the teacher walks the students out of the classroom. Here's where the plan goes into effect. Mrs. Adam always tells the last student to make sure to shut the door because before she leaves the classroom, she locks it with the key that's on her keychain. But since we can't steal the key, that just means we gotta leave the door open. So Parker, he's the line leader. He keeps Mrs. Adams distracted, and Trey, he's at the back of the line, and he puts an eraser between the door so that even though she locked it, it stays open because it never shuts. And me, I'm in the middle of the line blending in. This isn't my time to shine yet. So boom, we go into the cafeteria, and the teachers are either eating at the teacher's lunch table area or they're standing on the walls of the cafeteria. So Parker goes and chats up Mrs. Adams on the wall. Me and Trey make way like we were going to the bathroom on hallway B side. And for a quick explanation on the layout, our school had two main hallways with two smaller hallways connecting them in the middle. Think of it like two capital H's stacked on top of each other. Our class was in hallway A, so we walk all the way around the inside of the building, get to our class, reach for the door, and it's perfect. The eraser held up exactly how it was supposed to. Trey and I go inside the room and head directly to the candy closet. Lunch is only like 15 to 20 minutes long, and we already spent like 13 minutes between waiting in line, eating, and walking over here. So we gotta get it and leave quick.
We
so
gotta
Trey
get it and
door
go,
of the
people.
indoor office. He puts his hand on the door handle, turns it, and click, the door opens. I go inside and take one scoop of candy. We leave the office closet, we leave the room, Trey takes the eraser, and the rest is history. Perfect heist for 137 days straight. Trey was
a random
efficient.
number.
Parker was so close with Mrs. Adam, you would have thought that they were dating. And I'm in and out of there in like 10 seconds. It's like clockwork. Every time supply gets low, Mrs. Adam goes and buys another bag of candy to refill it. I was eating so good that my cavities had cavities. It's so routine, it got easy. Me and Trey could get out of the classroom in like 10 seconds. We started leaving from lunch later and later and later, but who cares if you only have a minute until lunch ends when you only need a second? So we pull up to the class.
So funny.
To the first door, puts his hands on the knob, turns it, click, it opens. Go to the office door, Trey puts his hands on the knob, turns it, and click, click, click. Damn it. The door won't open. What? The door, what do you mean the door won't open? I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Bro, I got it. Move. I try and open the door, and it is not opening. It's not even budging.
She knew!
On the door. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We should probably go back. What are you doing here? No. If she locked the door, then maybe there's a key somewhere. This nigga Trey is in the teacher's desk looking for her key. I'm like, buddy, we gotta go. He's not even listening to me. So now I'm helping him dig through her stuff, but I didn't sign up for this. I'm over here moving lip gloss and hair bands around with way too many hair follicles in them. She should really get that checked out. And then from the crack of the open door, we hear footsteps running towards our class. Me and Trey close everything. We look at the door, and we would be caught red-handed. And as the door slowly opens, we hear, yo guys, Mrs. Adams not at lunch. I can't find her. That's GG's, because she definitely knows that we're stealing. And she actually knows is during lunch. So we put everything back. We leave the classroom. We run back to lunch. After lunch, we all head back to the classroom. And before Mrs. Adams says a single word, she walks over to her closet, looks at the handle. Then she walks to her desk, looks at the desk, and then says, I know someone in this classroom has been stealing from the closet. And whoever this person is, I advise you to stop. If you don't, I won't be calling your parents. The first person I will be calling is the cops. Do I make myself clear? She did not blink. She did not look around. She did not break eye contact with me. She said that whole thing looking directly at me and ignored Parker and Trey. I went on a diet after that. I ain't even like candy that much for real. So Mrs. Adams, I hereby call a truce. You know, you let that girl steal my paper and I stole your candy for 137 days straight. And if you, yes, you watching this video, don't know what paper I'm even talking about, then watch this video right here. It's like the prelude to this story. But with that being said, oh my gosh, I would never steal again. It's a wrap. Fade to black.
Bruh, I wish I got revenge on some of my teachers like that, because I guarantee you I would be coming up with the dumbest plans ever. I wish I could be this clever, because this was such a clever plan for 137 days. You cannot make this stuff up. Like, how do you let one of your students steal candy from you for 137 days? And on the 137 days, like, yeah, I know you stole from me. And, I'm not gonna call your parents. I'm gonna call the cops. So, you better stop it or I'm calling the cops. But if you let your students steal from you, you deserve taking L's. Because there probably wasn't even any cameras there. Because you know for a fact that if she had cameras there, it'd be over. She would have told them at that then and there, yeah, I know it was you, I'm calling your parents. But like, bruh, that is hilarious. Anyways, I do hope you all enjoy. Be sure to leave a like, add to your favorites, want to see more Scorching Eye videos from this channel, subscribe. I make videos weekly or daily depending on my schedule. Have any requests for reactions whatsoever, leave a link to the video down below. Make sure it's something I'd be interested in, like Mario, Sonic, Ben 10, TMNT, or Pokemon, and I will definitely react to it. Our goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers, so help me reach that goal, and you will get a special video from yours truly. With that being said, I hope you all enjoy. Stay tuned for more videos, and remember, many hearts never apart. Live my blazing nights. Blazeix, blazing out! Until next time, take care.